Hello, and today I will be showing you all of the features that we have for Minecraft 1.19 The Wild Update in development version so far. So, without further ado, let's go. So, as you can see, these are what frogs look like. This is the orange variant that is in temperate biomes like the swamp and the plains and the forest. There's also a white variant in warm biomes like deserts, jungles, or savannas, and there is a green variant for cold biomes like mountains, snowy taigas, and snowy plains. Now, these have multiple animations. They have a jumping animation just like that, a croaking animation just like that, as well as a croaking sound, and they have a walking animation just like that. They also have a swimming animation, and that looks like this. Now, when two frogs breed with slime balls, one of them will lay frog spawn. That frog spawn will turn into a tadpole, which you can catch in a bucket. So if we take all this, we can see two frogs, slime balls, frog spawn, tadpoles. These tadpoles look like this, and you just saw some eggs hatch from above me. Now, tadpoles will die out of water, as you saw right there, but frogs also have some other functionality. Frogs can eat slimes as well as magma cubes of the smallest variety. Anything larger than that they will not eat. So if I spawn a slime here, you can see it's the large variety, so it won't eat it. But if I break it down with a sword, then you can see that the frogs will start to eat these. They will eat them with their tongue, and each one will drop a singular slime ball. Now, I also said magma cubes, so they will eat the smallest type of magma cube, and when they do that, it will drop a frog light. So there are three variants of frog light: the ochre frog light for the orange frog variant, the verdant frog light for the green frog, and the pearlescent frog light for the white frog. Now, these are all the things for the frogs, besides the fact that they spawn in normal swamp biomes. And so, let's head into the caves. If we go down here, we'll talk about the new skulk features that will be coming. So, currently in development versions, we have a couple of the different skulk blocks. These include the normal skulk block, which you're looking at right now. This drops a little bit of XP when you mine it. Skulk veins that look like this. The skulk catalyst, the skulk shrieker, and the skulk sensor. So, let's start with the skulk catalyst. The skulk catalyst, if we take a new sword and grab any sort of mob and kill it next to a skulk catalyst, then it spreads a little bit of skulk. And although this doesn't happen yet, it will be based on the amount of XP the mob drops. So then you can break the skulk again to get that XP back. This will convert a certain set of blocks, similar to moss, and it has a little animation and particle on the catalyst that you can see right here. Oh, that you can see right here. There. Now, for the Skulk Shrieker, there is currently a bug where it can only be activated once per world. However, these can be activated through a couple different methods, and they will give you the darkness effect, which looks like this, and it will pulse. Now, for the Skulk sensor, we will hop into Java Edition, as there are more features to do with that there. Now that we're over on Java Edition, we have the Skulk sensor. The Skulk sensor reacts to vibrations, which are usually movements, and outputs a redstone signal. However, this can be blocked with wool. If you place wool, unlike placing other blocks, it won't be detected. And then you can make whatever noises you want behind here without the Skulk sensor noticing. You can also break wool, step on wool, and throw wool items on the ground without the Skulk sensor detecting it. Now, in addition to that, you can block the Skulk sensor by sneaking in some instances. The only thing that this applies for is walking on the ground, throwing projectiles. However, if they land while you're sneaking, it will still activate it. Falling. So, if I do this, I'm fine. Or swimming. Now, swimming, even though it doesn't look like I'm sneaking, I am holding shift, so it will not detect this. Now, the Skulk sensor also has an interaction with comparators. Comparators, when you put them out of a Skulk sensor like this repeater, will output a different signal strength based on what type of vibration it picks up. So, for a signal strength of 1, it's for something walking or a minecart rolling. For number 2, it's something flying like a bat or a phantom. For number 3, it's something swimming. For number 4, it's gliding with an elytra. For number 5, it's hitting the ground. For number 6, it's either putting a book on a lectern, putting something in or taking something out of a flower pot, putting out a campfire, putting out a candle, tilting a drip leaf, putting a candle on a cake, ringing a bell, rowing a boat going over a bubble column, something splashing, or a wolf shaking off its water. For a signal strength of 7, it is for a potion being finished drinking, a TNT or a creeper starting to explode, or a projectile being fired. For number 8, it is for a projectile landing, something being eaten, which includes mobs eating and cake, and something being killed, giving a golden apple to a zombie villager, healing a wolf, an iron golem, or feeding an animal or a panda. Now, for number 9, this is for an item for armor being put on, or for something being sheared, such as a bee nest or a snow golem. For a Ravager roaring, and for number 10, it is for a door, trapdoor, or fence gate closing, a lever being turned off, a button, tripwire, or pressure plate going to its unpressed state, tripwire being detached, or a dispenser failing to dispense an item. Now, number 11 is basically the opposite. It's a door, trapdoor, or fence gate being opened, a lever being turned on, a button, tripwire, or pressure plate being activated, or a tripwire being set. Now, for number 12, it's placing a block, placing an entity with a spawn egg, placing a fluid, so something like water, or increasing the level in a cauldron. Now, number 13 is by destroying a block, killing an armor stand, or honey being harvested, a water bottle being collected, dragon's breath being collected, or a water, powder snow, or lava bucket being picked up. Now for number 14, this is a fishing rod being taken in, a chest, trap chest, ender chest, shulker or barrel being closed, a piston retracting, or a shulker, the mob closing, although that one currently does not function in the snapshot. And finally, for number 15, it's essentially the opposite. A fishing rod being cast, a container being opened instead of closed, something exploding like TNT, a creeper, or a firework, lightning striking, a piston extending, or a shulker, the mob, opening. That has been it for all of the features that we have so far in Minecraft 1.19 development versions. Thank you so much for watching, and if you want a full overview of the update so far, go watch this video. And if you're new here, because my last video kind of blew up, I upload once a week on Mondays most of the time. So, see you in the next one.